Hello my friends, Jose from LuoVita here. Today I'm going to talk about why people fail and why you can succeed and the way you do it. So if you want to succeed, you must understand the difference between success and failure. And success, I know, is subjective. That means it varies from person to person, and while failure is one size fits all. Let's say it like this. One of the biggest difference between success and unsuccessful people is the ability to prioritize their time. So many people make, for example, new promises every year and don't learn time management skills. So the most successful people are able to say no to unproductive activities. So study your own failures. Study your own failures, and this is important to increase your chances, That means to overcome them. How do you do that? You may often certain things are outside of our control, I know that. And it's important to recognize that some failures may be our own fault. So learning from them can help you make changes. You can also redirect them to try new things. So there are famous inventors, for example, and business people that use failures as some springboard, let's say this, to success. So in many of today's innovations have their origins in a lot of failed experiments, and everything is always failure at the beginning. So this range from social media to technologies, and learn from them. And there are some things that you can learn from people who have failed in life. One person well known, for example, Thomas Edison, created thousands of prototypes until he really discovered one light bulb that worked, right? So, but they asked them, yes, what was was this failures? No, it was another way to do it. So, for example, you have also J.K. Rowling, from Harry Potter, that worked for 2 years before she found her first book deal, for example, and she had really this hard time getting to a publisher. And a lot of successful entrepreneurs everyone had these poor starts. Albert Einstein, for example, spent 2 years without a job after college, and this example are just one of them, and this shows us the importance of learning from failure. So change your perspective on failure, and this will encourage you to pursue your dreams. It can also give you this motivation to try again and make you more determined, right? To do this, you must reflect on your last failure and identify what lessons you've learned. Then you can apply those lessons to your life and help yourself become better, wiser. So wiser and better. So I know failure is inevitable, and it's not always bad, but it's an opportunity to improve, and it's the only way we have to improve. Almost, we must fail in some kind. It's always learning and a learning experience. So, learning from failure is not easy, I know, and many companies and people fail to recognize really this importance of learning from failures, and they often relegate this concept, blame the game, or it wasn't bad luck. But there are many ways to use failure as a positive influence and to build up your self-confidence. So failure can be some enlightening experience, as forces you to evaluate your skills and try out different methods. It can also help you to develop this critical thinking skills, which are really important for success. And it also allows you to learn how to rely on others. It teaches you to help others and be influential even. So there was a study, and it found that people that learn from those who failed had more chance of success. People who are motivated by failure are more likely to use this information to improve their performance and productivity. That means you must be grateful for failing. That's really important. Why? Because it's an opportunity. It's something saying us, yes, there's another way, try, get better. And managers, for example, can help their employees learn from failures by really emphasizing compassionate leadership and the importance of learning from mistakes. They can help them develop this resilience, right? So change this from labeling yourself as a failure and label yourself as a and label yourself as some kind of improvement. A person is not a single thing, and life is full of complex feelings, as you know, and thoughts, right? It's really unfair to label ourselves as some kind of failures, or I don't know, but because you may have failed at once and many things, but this shouldn't stop you from trying to change. So instead of thinking yourself as a failure, try to look at your actions and behaviors as some series of successes and failures, of course, but really success. So the first way or step to stopping yourself from labeling yourself as a failure is to start being kind to yourself. Be kind. In this way you can slowly reduce this urge to label yourself and move on with your life. And the second step is to learn to love yourself. As I said before, this will make it easier to stop yourself from labeling yourself. So move on after failure. And the best way to success is learn to move on after each failure. I know it seems counterintuitive, but failure is actually, as I said, an opportunity to succeed. So it's likely, for example, you tried something new and difficult and you failed a lot. So use this failure as motivation for the next time you try something new. So if you don't like what happened when you failed, try to identify these lessons you learned. You can also seek advice from some friends and mentors and colleagues. They may have experienced something similar to your failures and they can inspire you with their success, for example. And so by listening to other people's experiences, you'll be more likely to apply what they learned and succeed in the future, in your future. So it's always a good opportunity, failure, to rethink goals and consider your dreams, long-term success. This can lead to a different and exciting trajectory. So failure is often part of a larger lesson. So this, let's say, like the universe or the world around us, gives us a valuable experience. So it teaches us how to deal with the situations in the future. And as I said, it helps us overcome this fear of failure. So whether you, for example, you failed because you didn't plan enough or didn't have enough time or you didn't have resources, you should learn from it. The next time you face failure, make a list of your strengths and weaknesses. And this list will help you to avoid making the same mistakes again. And the most important things you can do after failure is to move on and learn from your mistakes. That means when you failed, you may feel down, sad and hopeless. But as I said, failure is an opportunity and it would help you learn from these lessons and make you better, a better person and better in everything. So you need to accept this responsibility for your actions. I invite you to check out the descriptions and subscribe to our blog, subscribe to the channel of course, but subscribe to the blog. Why? Because once a week I will send out redirected words, resources. Everything is free. Of course you can go further, but it's free, and this will help you to check out your way of thinking and see these opportunities, these changes in your life that you want to do. So I invite you to do that and let me know and take care of yourself. Until next time, bye bye.